We are also on Weibo. Please check us out for more great videos.
She's already got an impressive filmography, but imagine if these credits were on the list. Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 movies that could have starred Scarlett Johansson.
It's hard to pick.
Really, is it?
No, it's not that hard to pick.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at films for which Scarlett Johansson auditioned, was considered, or was rumored to be attached to at some point.
Amazing cast of comedians.
Yep.
And it was a blast. I mean, we just immediately gelled and just laughed and laughed.
Number 10, My Week with Marilyn.
No little girls should be told how pretty they are.
This fantastic 2011 drama earned Michelle Williams the Golden Globe for Best Actress, as well as a nod from the Oscars and BAFTA, and rightfully so. As the iconic silver screen icon and sex symbol, Williams absolutely shone, turning in a performance worthy of Monroe herself. And to think, Scarlett Johansson passed up the opportunity to do the same. In 2009, The Insider reported that ScarJo was the director's top pick. However, as Johansson told the press shortly after the film's release, she never had any interest in the role. The actor had long garnered comparisons to the late great Monroe, and she apparently didn't want to feed into that.
Why do the people I love always leave me?
I will never leave you.
Number 9, Mission Impossible 3.
I'm out. How many rounds you got?
Who could have predicted that Tom Cruise's Mission Impossible franchise would span 3 decades, undergo such a tonal evolution, or see so many big-name stars play a role? For the third film, director J.J. Abrams took the film in a more serious and gritty direction, leaning into the spy thriller aspects of the story while still delivering on the action front. The film introduced Lindsay Ferris, an IMF agent trained by Cruise's Ethan Hunt.
Turn off your transmitter. Do it! Even!
Played by Kerry Russell, Ferris wasn't long for the franchise, but she certainly made an impression. Had things played out differently and the film's development not been so troubled, Scarlett Johansson would have played Ferris, but she ultimately dropped out. Number 8, The Craft. There's something very bewitching about this star, which makes it easy to imagine her playing a teenage practitioner of magic arts in this 1996 supernatural horror film. Though it received mixed reviews at the time, The Craft did well at the box office and has since become a cult classic.
Hail to the guardians of the watchtowers of the South.
We nearly got a different version of this movie, however, which would have found Angelina Jolie, Alicia Silverstone, or Scarlett Johansson in Neve Campbell's role. Funny enough, Campbell reportedly won the role because, at the time, she was the most recognizable contender. And to think, now Johansson is one of Hollywood's biggest names. Imagine a cult classic ScarJo double feature of Ghost World and The Craft.
Wow, this is so bad, it's almost good.
Number 7, The Great Gatsby.
I'm certainly glad to see you again.
Carey Mulligan did a great job as Daisy Buchanan in Baz Luhrmann's extravagant retelling of this classic F. Scott Fitzgerald novel. With that being said, we'd have relished the opportunity to see the phenomenal Leonardo DiCaprio acting opposite Scarlett Johansson. As two of the biggest names in the industry, it's kind of shocking that they've never shared a scene together, and this is, to our knowledge, the closest they've ever come. Insiders had told Vulture that Johansson was being heavily considered for the role, but a commitment to another film made her unavailable. In the end, the role went to Mulligan, and Johansson honored her prior commitment, appearing in We Bought a Zoo.
Well, talking to girls is easy. They'll tell you everything. Secret to talking is listening.
Number 6, Gravity.
And I have a bad feeling about this mission.
Every actor should be so lucky as to work with the great Alfonso Cuarón, and with Gravity, Johansson very nearly did. Sandra Bullock's performance as the tenacious Dr. Ryan Stone is just about flawless, and rightfully earned her numerous award nominations. But we still would be interested in seeing a version of the film with Scarlett Johansson. The role of Stone is a demanding one, but also a great opportunity for an actor to showcase their acting chops, as the entire film hinges on the performance.
But the thing is that I'm still scared. I'm really scared.
Of course, Bullock wasn't Johansson's only competition. Carey Mulligan, Blake Lively, Sienna Miller, Marion Cotillard, Olivia Wilde, and Angelina Jolie were also considered, among others. Number 5. Les Miserables.
I had a dream my life would be so different from this hell I'm living.
Can Scarlett Johansson sing? You tell us. But seriously, the answer is yes. Yes, she can. And she should have. This 2012 big screen adaptation of the beloved musical and French novel upon which it's based earned numerous award nominations. Among its wins was an Academy Award for Anne Hathaway's performance as Fantine, which just so happens to be the role that Johansson auditioned for. Though we have no trouble imagining her owning the part, apparently the audition did not go as well as it could have. To use Johansson's own words, she, quote, sang her little heart out, but she was fighting an uphill battle as she had laryngitis at the time.
If there's a God above,
Had I only known then.
he'd let me die instead.
Number 4. Jumanji.
No, the big kid who probably took you to the movies.
Don't be
so you probably
fooled,
didn't
it isn't
explain this
thunder. Staying put would be a blunder.
Scarlett Johansson's talent for acting has been evident from a young age. Just watch Manny and Lo, for which she earned an Independent Spirit Award nomination, or The Horse Whisperer, which won her a Young Star Award. Unfortunately, her talents hadn't been fully recognized before Manny and Lo, which means that she failed to nab the part when she auditioned for Jumanji.
No, I tried to drop the dice so they land on 12.
Oh, okay, honey. Well, that would be cheating.
Peter, your hands! Look at your hands!
She was just 9 years old at the time, and though we're sure that she would have done a great job in the role, we have to admit that the slightly older Kirsten Dunst was probably a better fit. Also, little ScarJo didn't seem overly enthused by the role.
Would you forget about the stupid game? Now close it up and put it away. Must have microchips in it or something.
Number 3. V for Vendetta.
Is that how you see it? Like an equation?
What was done to me was monstrous.
And they created a monster.
Natalie Portman had a tough role to play in this adaptation of Alan Moore's iconic dystopian graphic novel, and critics were divided as to whether or not she delivered. Portman has proven herself to be an incredible performer, of course, and her turn as Evie did win her a Saturn Award, but some weren't convinced. Either way, we would have been very interested to see what Scarlett Johansson could have done with the role, had she landed it.
What are you talking about?
Justice.
ScarJo auditioned alongside the likes of Bryce Dallas Howard and Keira Knightley for the part, and in hindsight, considering the roles they've all tackled since, Johansson might have been the best pick.
It was like those black bags erased them from the face of the earth.
I'm sorry, Evie.
No, I'm the one that's sorry. Sorry I'm not a stronger person.
Number 2. The Parent Trap.
Twine, there's 2 of me. I mean, 2 of us. This is like mind-boggling.
Lindsay Lohan's personal life may have derailed her film career, but there's no denying that her early filmography is made up of some cherished childhood and teen classics. Nostalgic viewers don't have many misgivings about Lohan in The Parent Trap, but if you're looking for a different star to play the twins, with less future baggage, Scarlett Johansson would have been a great choice.
Yes, you want to know the difference between us? I have class and you don't.
The Parent Trap was released the same year as The Horse Whisperer, for which Johansson received much praise, including, as previously mentioned, a Young Star Award.
Just in case she hasn't told you, which she probably hasn't, I don't want to be a part of this, okay?
In a 2017 interview, she admitted to still feeling a little bitter about not having landed the dual part of Hallie Parker and Annie James.
Was the girl in The Parent Trap.
Right.
Did you audition for that?
Yes.
You did. Did you go see The Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan?
No, I don't
did
think
not.
so.
You've never seen
I started to get bitter at that point.
Did you really?
Yeah.
It was hard for you. Is
it was
that
hard
true?
for me. No.
Number 1. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Miss Solander. Sorry, Miss Solander. I hope you don't mind me asking, but when was the last time you ate?
Of all the roles that Scarlett Johansson nearly claimed but missed out on, this one feels like the most significant one. She's already playing a badass in the MCU as Natasha Romanoff, also known as the Black Widow, but we would have relished the opportunity to see her crank things up to an R-rated level in a more gritty and grounded franchise. In 2011, The Hollywood Reporter ran a story claiming that director David Fincher thought she was too attractive for the role of Lisbeth Salander, but ScarJo later refuted that claim. When the franchise got a soft reboot and recast in 2017, her name came up again, but once more, it went to someone else.
Take your child and leave.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.